Oh, you don't want to be called Boo?
You can call me Boo.
I'll call
Shit.
you Big Boo.
Hi, girls. Welcome back. How are you all doing? I hope safe and well. Today we have Amber's weigh in. You know what? Let's just get into it, Queens.
Hello, welcome to a new weigh-in video. So today is Tuesday the 15th. Let's literally get right into the questions. Are you in a lot of pain at this size? I have always been big. Even as a kid, I was always the fattest one in the room. That has not changed now. So this means I am used to my size. Like, my muscles are like, I am used to this. So no, like, I don't have as much pain as what people probably think I have. I always catch people thinking I look uncomfortable or I look like I'm in pain, and it's like, I don't feel those things. There have been times in my life, especially at my heaviest, where I had a lot of lower back pain due to my belly because my belly carries a lot of weight, so it's heavy. So especially at my heaviest, like, a lot of back pain. The most pain I do feel is when I'm grocery shopping. If I'm on my feet for like an hour and a half, the heels on my feet do hurt. I mean, just imagine. I am over 500 pounds. I have very small feet. But for the most part, I'm not in really that much pain, no. As sad as this is, the pain is more mental and emotional. What did you mean by I planned my whole day around this in your what I ate today video? So I think they're referring to this clip. All right, you guys, it is time for my first meal. I planned my whole day around this. So some days I like to plan my meals and some days I don't. If I know I'm gonna order takeout for a certain day, or if I'm gonna go out with my mom, whatever it may be, and I know that there's a certain meal that is a larger amount of calories, then that is the first thing that I log. So that I know, okay, this sushi is 900 calories. Now let me plan my meal around that. It wasn't that I was planning my day, like my activities and what I was doing around the sushi. It was just planning my meals around it.
This could be good, but she always says how she hates focusing and counting on just calories.
What's a misconception you hear about your lipedema or lymphedema? Without a doubt, there's two things. It's either how much harder it is for me to lose weight, which I'm not going to talk about that because I feel like I talk about that a lot. I'm going to talk about the fact of how much the swelling affects my body and how much easier my body can move just overnight based on my swelling going down. A lot of people think that I'm exaggerating when I say that, like, wow, my breathing is so much better. My walking is so much better. My stamina is so much better. I waddle less when I walk, when I literally unswell. And sometimes that literally can just happen overnight. People think I'm exaggerating, and I promise I'm not. I am so much more mobile when I'm not swollen. When I am swollen, it is a lot harder for me to get around. What makes it harder for me to get around is my skin is tighter. It reduces my range in motion around my joints, my ankles, just everywhere. Genuinely, it makes my legs feel like cement, like big concrete cements. And that's why I waddle more. It's harder to move my legs. And when I'm swollen, I am more lethargic. I have less energy. I get more tired. And due to the fluid just being everywhere around my body, it makes my breathing a lot worse. So when I become less swollen, it is because I'm actively losing weight. So if I step on the scale and I see that I'm down 6 pounds, because that was what I said last week, when I was like, yeah, I was down 6 pounds, I was walking around the casino and I felt so much better. And people were like, how does she notice a 6 pound difference in her body at that size? It's because all of those things I just named to you, they diminish and they get less extreme. So when I'm not as swollen, what is happening? It is improving my lymph flow to my body, which then in return, it makes it easier for me to move, become more flexible. I'm able to keep up more with everyone else. My breathing gets better. And that cement feeling for when I am swollen, that goes away almost completely when the swelling goes away. Like, all of these things become so detrimental when I'm swollen. And then when I lose that swelling, my body becomes more loose and my lymph flow is happening and I feel it. It's like, you can only understand if you had this disease. People comparing their body to mine, saying, I don't notice a 6 pound loss, because you don't have this illness, you don't have this disease, and be grateful for that. When I lose 6 pounds, yeah, sure, it's water weight.
Just water weight.
But at the same time, I'm not just losing 6 pounds of water weight, which to a normal person, that's all that would be happening. I'm also improving the flow of my lymph, my fluids. I lose more fluids, I gain more flexibility and motion, and my skin's not as tight. Like, the list can go on and on. So what I'm saying is, it's not the 6 pounds that I'm feeling, it's the symptoms of my lipedema and lymphedema that get better and improve when I am actively losing weight. That is what I'm talking about. So to the average person, to hear me say, oh, I felt so much better after losing 6 pounds, yeah, that's a pretty vague statement. So when you hear me just say that, it's like, girl, what are you talking about? Because I don't sit there and tell you guys about all of the symptoms that actually become less problemsome when I'm on track and when I'm losing weight. And sad reality is, as easy as it is for me to feel better, it's also really easy for those symptoms to flare up again and get worse again, even by things that like are normal to the average person, like sitting in the car for too long, or just walking and being on my feet for an hour. All of those symptoms can come back even if I am on track, because gravity, when my legs are down, my legs become swollen. It's a lot. Lipedema and lymphedema has been detrimental to my life, and it is very confusing and hard to explain to a bunch of people who like don't understand it. And if you do research, not even a lot of doctors understand it as well.
Of course, Amber is always right. She knows more than the doctors who went to med school.
Are you eating food alone at bingo, or does your mom eat with you? So lately I've been going to bingo with my mom, my stepdad, and my friend, and we all eat food there, and we all eat the same things. Almost everyone at bingo eats, or they have their drinks there because there's a snack bar at every single bingo hall, which gets into the next question which was actually asked from the same person that just asked that last one. Can you bring your own food to bingo? No, you are not allowed to bring your own food. You're not allowed to bring your own drinks. Everything that you consume in there has to be bought from the bingo hall. All right, guys, now let's talk about the goals I had last week and did I succeed in them? So my first goal was to order takeout and have it delivered to my home only 3 times a week. And my second goal was to have a better weekend than I did before. So for the takeout, I ordered Hawaiian on Wednesday, McDonald's on Thursday, and Indian on Sunday. So that's 3 times. So I was successful in that goal yet again. So I have been successful in that goal every single week so far. So my second goal of have a better weekend than I did before, I chose that because the Sunday was horrific and I overate on my calories and I just really did not want that to happen. So was I successful? I was. Yes, I was. So on Sunday, I ordered Indian food and I actually ate that throughout the day. And that was all that I ate. Because when you order Indian, they give you a lot of food, especially when you order vegetable biryani. So I was able to split that for 3 meals. And then on Saturday with my family, we actually went out to eat to a burger joint and I got a freaking salad. Everyone got burgers. And then one of my cousins actually got these like spicy wings. And I was like, oh my God, that looks so good.
You're 100% no. That Amber felt so skinny doing that.
But the fact that I chose to get like a really good salad instead of a burger with fries, it didn't make me feel like I was being controlled by food. It didn't make me feel powerless, which around food, sometimes I do feel like that. So yay, I was successful in both goals. So now I have only one goal for this coming week. So I have a meal plan for this week and I want to follow it 5 days out of the 7, but I will tell you guys next week if I did it. All right, let's talk about how my week went. I counted all my calories and I did not go over at all. So Noom wants me to eat between 2,600 to 3,400. So out of the 7 days, I ate below the 2,600 5 days out of the 7, but then there were 2 days where I ate below the 3,400. So I do weigh in daily because Noom wants you to do that. And I have been enjoying it. Like it hasn't been bothering me, seeing the fluctuations. I know that like the second week, no matter what diet I'm doing, I never lose that much weight. I could be counting calories, I can be doing Weight Watchers, I can be doing Peg. This has happened on semaglutide, Ozempic. Like it literally doesn't matter. So when the scale was going like this the whole week, the scale was going like this the whole week, the scale was going like this. It's like, okay, this is the second week. That's usually exactly what happens because this was the second week of me doing Noom. So anyways, let's get into my weigh-in. Last week I was 518.0 and today I was... Is this gonna be a new thing? I have to do drums every time before I tell you guys my weight. Today I was 517.0. So that means I'm only down a pound, but I am genuinely okay with that. I just gotta keep trucking, gotta keep doing my thing, gotta keep paying attention to what I'm eating and making those better choices.
Clearly, the fuck not, because this is your newest video of eating Arby's sandwich.
Anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank all of you cuties for supporting me. Consider to like or subscribe. Please comment. I love reading them. I'll see you girls in my next video.